Debates the military response 19 days since the worst terror attack in Israeli history. Its leaders are trying to frame the stakes, today laying bare the brutality in graphic detail. Here's Raf Sanchez.
It felt like there couldn't possibly be new horror left to see. No brutality that hadn't already been shared or live streamed. Israel's military trying to keep the focus on the massacre that sparked the war, inviting NBC News and other journalists to a screening of raw video from the October 7th Hamas terror attack.
I have some sense of what's in this footage, and I've been trying to prepare myself, but I'm still anxious about what we're going to see.
For 46 minutes, we sat in stunned silence, watching video filmed by Hamas and filmed by their victims. Much of it had never been seen before. And while Israel's military is not releasing the clips because they're so graphic, they allowed us to describe what we saw, including a terrorist throwing a grenade into a bomb shelter where an Israeli father is shielding his two young sons. The blast kills the father and wounds the little boys. One of them howls, "Why am I alive?" and tells his brother, "I think we're going to die." The military released this video from a Hamas dash cam exclusively to NBC News, saying it shows a terrorist using a heavy machine gun to mow down survivors fleeing from the Supernova Music Festival.
Because I knew I just have to survive, I just have to run.
Millet Ben Haim was among those running for their lives.
When I was growing up, there is this movie about the Holocaust. There is this scene that they're running and there is people shooting at them, and there is also like bombs on the ground. And I remember really thinking about this scene because it was so similar.
She hid in a bush with friends for hours waiting for rescue.
I don't know who I am, and I feel like a ghost most of the time.
I'm actually emotional talking about it because I think post-October 7th, we are living a really embodied experience, very physical experience, what it means to be Jewish, what it means to be working in the Jewish community, teach Holocaust education, be Israeli. It's very physical. And we wanted you to engage with Israel with your head, with your heart, and with the practicality of what it means to come back and do the work that you need to do.
Look at these beautiful young lives that have just been snuffed out by just pure evil and hatred. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, this is just heartbreaking. So much.
Doesn't remember a time when rockets landing on their community, on their town, was not a factor of life. It was, looking straight out the front window there, if you can see on the horizon, there's at least half a dozen cranes, so we're going to see more all over the city as well. The cranes are there from before October the 7th.
lying in the living room and saying, if they want to get me, I don't want to stay in the shelter for 20 hours. And he said, sit down on the sofa while they commanding, because when the simple soldier got inside the kibbutz, he fought bravely in order to save lives. But until they got to the kibbutz, that it was something like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, there was a massacre here already. By the way, the fight inside the kibbutz, the battle, ended only on Tuesday afternoon. It's a huge kibbutz. Now we know we had something like 450 terrorists inside the kibbutz. 450. It's almost half of the population. 101 kibbutz members were murdered in that day. We have still 11 hostages. 5 of them we know for sure that they are already dead. Mezukeh by Zaka. And then at the 5th of November, they made the last search in the house, put the sticker of that, they said this house was searched and you're not allowed to come in without the permission, and it's closed. By the way, the hole, the circle with the point side means someone died here. But you have another, let's say unique, because we found it in another, maybe 1 or 2 houses. Unique graffiti, but say there is a body, the body is safe. There is a body of a terrorist, safe. Why is that? Because they made booby traps. They put grenades under the bodies in order when the troopers will come and flip the body, they will explode it. So there is the body and the body is safe. Take their bicycles and coming to have their Shabbat breakfast in their granny's house. So we have a quiet morning just for us. And we are what you're doing a lot is like thinking what if. And one of the what if is what if it was 1 hour later. Taking the bicycle or riding barefoot, The worst investment in the kibbutz is to buy shoes for your kids because they are barefoot.
כל הבית מפוצץ. אני גם נפצעתי.
איפה נפצעת?
אני לא יודעת, אני עוד לא בדקתי. אבל אבא.
אמא?
אמא.
אני אוהב אותך. הכל יהיה בסדר.
לא נראה לי, אבא, אני חושבת שאנחנו נפרדים.
תהיו חזקים.
יקר שלי. תגיד לכולם שאהבנו אותם מאוד.
אני אוהב אתכם. תהיו חזקים.
שאמא כתבה, הצילו, בוואטסאפ. ואי אפשר לצאת החוצה. ואני יודעת שהיא כבר לא עונה. היא לא עונה. אנחנו כותבים לה, אמא תעני. וזה קרה בבוקר. כאילו את זה סחבנו כל היום. איך אפשר להתעלם מהצילו ולא לעשות כלום? איך אפשר לא לענות כאילו לאמא? היא הייתה צריכה עזרה. ירו באבא, היא אמרה שהם מפוצצים את הממד שלהם. וישבנו כולנו בבית, בחדר סגור ולא יכולנו לצאת. כי היו מחבלים בחוץ. הם חיכו לנו למטה. הם ירו על הממד כל הזמן.
זאת אדר, בואו בבקשה לבית שלנו. עכשיו, אנחנו לא מצליחים לנשום. הם כולם במצב אנוש, בבקשה תבואו. יש מחבל בבית שלנו, הוא שורף אותנו, בואו עכשיו. בואו, שורפים אותנו. שורפים אותנו, בבקשה תבואו.
ואני אומרת, כאילו, החברה הכי טובה של הבת שלי, צועקת בוואטסאפ, תבואו להציל אותי, אמא מתה, קרמל מת, אבא פצוע קשה, אני פצועה, והיא לבד בממד איתם. ואחותה קיר לידה, קיר, והיא לא יכלה לצאת אליהם, היא לא יכלה לעזור להם, כי הבית עלה באש. הם חנקו אותם. בתים שלמים נשרפו כליל, כאילו. והכי גרוע, הם שרפו כדי להוציא את האנשים מחוץ לממדים, כי הם ידעו שהם לא יעמדו בחנק. אז הם חיכו להם בחוץ, ואז ירו בהם. איך אפשר לראות בילדים? סנדרה, שלך כזאת הקלטה, אני כאילו, היא לא יוצאת לי מהראש, הם ירו בבת שלה, בתוך הממד. הם ירו, תינוקת, בת חודשיים, הם ירו בה. הם באמת עשו הכל כדי להחריב אותנו. הכל. הלב שלי מנופץ. הוא מנופץ. אני יודעת שהם רצחו את ההורים שלי והסתכלו להם בלבן של העיניים ונהנו מזה. באו להשמיד. אנחנו צריכים לטפל בילדים. הם לא אמרו לי מילה בממד, הם לא אמרו מילה על זה שהם צמאים, הם לא אמרו מילה על זה שהם רעבים. כשהגענו לפה למלון, הילדים שלי לקחו מכל ההרים של הממתקים שהיו פה. הם לקחו 2 קופסאות טונה ו2 קופסאות תירס והעלו לחדר. ושאלתי אותם, מה זה? למה הבאתם שימורים לפה? אז הם אמרו לי, אמא צריך, המחבל יכול לבוא גם לפה. את יכולה להבטיח לי שהוא לא יבוא? ככה הבן שלי שאל אותי. זאת פליטות. אין לנו בית, אין לנו כלום, באנו בלי כלום. הקיבוץ הרוס מן היסוד. אין בתים. יש לי 3 ילדים, אני צריכה לקום בשבילהם בבוקר. אני צריכה להראות להם שגם שאין סבא וסבתא, שהיה הבית השני שלהם, צריך לקום. אנחנו צריכים לבנות הכל, שוב, הכל. צריך להתיישב עוד פעם. אי אפשר לעשות את זה לבד. אי אפשר. אנחנו צריכים עזרה של כולם, של כל מי ששומע אותי. תעזרו לי לבנות את הבית שלי מחדש.
So, after Mati, my wife mother saying to Yuval, while he was trying to convince her that the army are on their way, she's saying, no, Yuval, I think this is the last time we're going to talk. Tell everyone we love them. And in other conversation, she said, she described the situation. Dad is wounded on his chest. I'm also wounded in the stomach. We didn't thought we're going to die that way. And from, like my wife said, from 10 in the morning until midnight that the soldiers rescue us, we know that there is no more mother and father and no more grandfather and grandmother. The children are, of course, seeing everything on the screen, and they know that, and they completely silent. At 6:30, the terrorists shoot at our house and throwing grenades on our house. And my son was saying to me, Dad, I don't want to die here. And I told him, no one is going to die here.
massacre, the number of people, of all the different people killed in different places, the kibbutzim, the roads, the rockets, the different places, the single most largest amount was in the site that we're going to go to. And as I said, it's the single largest massacre of the Jewish people since the Holocaust. 354 people who attended the festival or came to help us at the festival met their deaths in the trees, in the field around us, in the bar. Again, a very difficult video.
I can even say non-Jewish educator in Winnipeg.
My name's Kelly Heberts. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. I'm a non-Jewish educator that focuses on Holocaust education from grades 9 to 12. And I have the honor and privilege of being the one to develop the Holocaust mandate for the province of Manitoba. I have a lot of great support from people that are here. I was able to meet my friend Idan today, who came to speak to my grade 11 Canadian history class about what happened on October 7th on his Zakim kibbutz. And it's just overwhelming to see the youthfulness, the hopes, the dreams that you see in the faces of the people that aren't able to fulfill them. I've done many different Holocaust sites of memory tour, and I hate to say it, but when I got off the bus, this kind of reminded me of Auschwitz. This is the Auschwitz of October 7th. And as a history teacher that teaches about genocide, terrorism, 2024, how...
My name is Lisa Bornstein and I'm from Montreal. I teach at the Akiva School. I really am honored to be part of this, this experience. I needed to be here. I needed to be part of it. I needed to be an alliance. As an educator, I want to bring home what I've seen, not to my kindergarten students, but to my people, to my colleagues, to my university-age daughters and their friends. And I just needed to feel it and be here.
This is a memorial that was erected after the massacre of October 7th as a memorial, and there's stickers all over with life statements to memorialize each individual that was murdered here. If you come inside, you can see more stickers and the memorial candles. It's heartbreaking, but as we see up here in the heart, it says Am Yisrael Chai. We know that, and what has come out from this festival is we know that we will dance again.
This is Avidan. He was a boyfriend of someone who worked with me, and he invited her to the party, to the Nova Festival, but she didn't come, and he was killed that day. And as you see, there's poppies here. This is our like commercial. How do you say? Semen Miskhari.
Like a commercially a symbol of the south.
Yeah, it's the
symbol of the south of Israel.
It's the symbol of the south in Israel because poppies actually pop out in March, and everything here are colored in red colors, and it's so beautiful. And now it became a symbol of death, but also a symbol of life that we will reveal and we will survive and rebuild. And you can see over there is Nir. This is Nir. He is Ben Skunim. He has two more sisters. One of them is my closest friend in class, and he was killed here with his girlfriend, who is supposed to be married with. And they couldn't find him for several days, and they didn't know if they're hoping to find them that he was kidnapped with his girlfriend in Gaza or dead. Finally, they found out that he was dead because his friend that survived Nova Festival told his sister Efrat that they found him, like they saw that he was dragged to some kind of place. And then he was found by the IDF a couple days later, and his girlfriend was murdered too and was found here.
This was a coordinated attack on the town of Sderot. The road leading to it is lined with vehicles attacked by Hamas as they drove towards the city in this surprise attack. Some escaped on foot, but many were killed or taken hostage and driven to Gaza.
We have less than 5 minutes to go into Sderot. And part of the terrorists crossed the border just behind the hills, went to between the trees there. This is Kibbutz Nir Am. They went into Kibbutz Nir Am from the back street, not from the entrance of the they met their Golani soldiers and some of the trucks, because it was a very brave fighting there. They didn't get into Nir Am. Some of the cars make the turn and went into Sderot. They went into Sderot from the place you went into Sderot.
Hi, this is Jenna Potash from UJ's Israel Engagement, day 2 of Binat Halev, Journey of the Heart and the Soul. Here today we are in Otef Gaza. We had the great honor of paying our respects to those in Kibbutz Be'eri, and then we had the chance to visit the Nova site as well. Right now we're in the beautiful partnership city of UJ Toronto, of Sderot, and we're standing here behind the education building. We had the amazing opportunity today to hear directly from the educators and the students who have been affected by October 7th in this town. Today we did peer-to-peer peoplehood workshops with our Canadian educators and our group from teachers from Sderot, and we had the incredible opportunity to plan programs to really help the students here and connect them through the peoplehood aspect with the students in Canada.
So like sometimes we don't really hear what the parents right. So like
we didn't connect.
So it's, I see.
So how long do we have to get to?
As quick as possible. We have like 7 seconds. Not supposed to be like that, but it's the reality, unfortunately. And but we're not scared. Like I'm not going not to fly because there is always anti-Semitism before the 7th of October and after will always be. And we are proud of what we are. We're never going to hide our identity or our religion or anything. But I think that, like, we act normally and we try not to, I think every religion tries not to be like, look at me.
They feel that they behave different. So we are very, very scared. So if we see another Jewish with Magen David, we said, maybe it's better for you to hide it because we care about it. So this is not, we don't want to hide our Judaism.
those terrorists. At Monday morning, I opened the internet and I saw a post someone wrote about his father. His father named Leon Bar, who was in the army for many years, but now he wasn't in the army. He said he was talented. He was like a very good person. He all the time was thinking how he was a good father. And at this morning of Simchat Torah, he went out from his house in Gedera, not close to the border, 15 minutes from Sderot, and he went to help people. And he came and took people to the hospital, and then he went to the party, to Nova, and he took like young people backward and forward, and he came back. He was okay, he was fine. And then Sunday morning he said to his family, I want to go back there. So he said, no, don't go. So maybe people are still hiding, I can help. So he went there, and at this day it was like bodies. But then he saw this police car was burned. He thought maybe he can help them. He went out, but there were terrorists there who were shooting him and his son. His son Omer is fine now, but his father Omer been killed at that place. I looked at the picture and I looked at his name and said, I know this man. This is the man who came to my house. This is the man who said, we're good people, we're here to help. So at this week, my in-laws and two of my children went to the Shiva. And my mother-in-law, she said, he saved my son's life. So his wife, Einan, she said, I know this story. He told me when it's all end, remind me to go back and fix the closet. So this is like the greatness of this man, that he saw like horrible things and he saved tens of people, but at the end of the day, he can remember that family is the Lord, and so like everyone's like to remember him, Leon Bar, and because of him, we feel like we need to be good people, like to stick together.
It's difficult for everyone. It's the most difficult situation that you can possibly imagine. It's difficult for the children, it's difficult for the families. And we're just hoping for the best. We're hoping that this torture will end.
No, everything is stopped. No one going to work. You have seen their faces. No one's can giving a smile. Everyone is angry. You know, we see a difficult picture every day. You know, on both sides, everyone here, no one wants war.
7 October, all of them walking behind Gaza, and they are going to work in Shabbat. A lot of thousands of Bedouins not have shelters, and a lot of them killed. And the army and the government give me 0 shekels for that.
What? Deals. From Kanye to Hamas, it's all the same. Namaste, synagogue to a mosque, pray he'll pain. I march for BLM, I march for Ukraine. But this time, me and my people in the Negev need rain. See, I used to get punched in the face, but now I do the punching. My family heated, cause most of us died in the ovens. We went from what the F we discussing and shit discussing. Now we hiding from an enemy. Children can't eat school lunches. Addicted to the internet, it shares the sickest image. I put the yarmulke on, not even religious with it.
Shabbat table's ready for them, but to pretend that's going to be a regular Shabbat table when they come back is deceiving ourselves as well. And I think it's fascinating how art here has allowed us to track memory as well as we've gone along, and we try to understand what's going on as well. You can look into the art and find what you think it's trying to tell you. Maybe we'll have a discussion later as well. There's smaller installations and larger installations. The wishing tree behind us is a place where people come and from around the world. Many schools bring letters from the kids and leave them on the wishing tree as well. So that's just, you walk around and you'll see the different installations. The square is a large square. It's in front of the television.
Killed in the Hamas attacks. Global Affairs Canada says 3 Canadians have been killed, and we have been telling you thus far about 2 of them. Alexander Luke, the first to be identified, and Ben Mizrahi, 22 years old, from Vancouver. His funeral held just yesterday. The third is Adi Vitel Kaplun. She was a dual citizen, Israeli-Canadian, deep family ties to the Ottawa community, and Hillary Johnstone is here with more on her story. Hillary?
Heather, deep family ties to Ottawa, just like you're saying. She was also a mother of 2 young children. And although Global Affairs Canada has not...
He told me, don't go. We have a good information that the terrorists are near Ofakim, blocking the road. And once you stop because of the police car that they block the road, they shoot at the people and they burn them in the car. So I was waiting for a while, and he gave me advice to go in another road, and that's what I did. I was waiting, and a little bit after 8, I left the kibbutz. When I went to the car been shot, and there was no window. All the window was broken. So that's how I drove without windows. And all the way when I was driving, the road that he gave me, I saw the burning car. I was lucky that I stayed for a while at the kibbutz. I gave the army a chance to pick up all the body already. They've been taken, so I didn't have to see all the dead body there. And halfway when I was driving home, I get a phone call from Anani's partner, and he told me that a miracle happened, and the kids are back. They got released. And when we spoke to Avital later, we realized that after they killed Adi, they took the kids and brought them to Avital. She was hiding in a safe room in the closet with another friend that came to protect her. They broke the door, they went to the safe room, they saw the closet, so the terrorist was afraid that somebody is hiding there. They start to shoot at the closet, and Chaim Katzman, he preserved the bullet and he fell down dead. But Avital was crawling between the shelves, so she was lower, below the level of the bullets. They opened the door, they took her out, they asked her if she knew the kids, and she said yes. So they told her to dress properly. She was in a pajama, and you say you have to be a modest woman. As a Muslim woman, you have to come to Gaza, dress nicely. And they forced her to put 3 dresses on her and a shawl on her shoulder. And she did a sling for the eshel, put him in. And the terrorist was carrying Negev on his shoulder, and they start to walk to Gaza. And as I say, I guess Negev wasn't happy about that, and he started to scream. And there was a reporter from Al Jazeera that took a picture all of that time. And they decided to release them for a purpose of humanity. They publish it all over the world, that they are very human. They release mother and daughter and kids. And Jackie went on TV and told, this is not the mother, this is the neighbor, and Adi been murdered. And when we said Shiva, after 3 days, a soldier that found Adi came to tell us how do they find her. So they say after it all finished, after 3 days, they send a special unit to look for the dead body in the kibbutz, either terrorists or people that had been shot there. And when they went to the safe room of Adi, they asked me if I tried to open the door. And I told them, of course I tried to open the door because I was looking for Adi. And they told me I was very, very lucky, and I should say agomel, because they attached a grenade to the door, and when I opened the door, I designated the grenade, but it was a failure one, it didn't explode. And that's how the soldier realized that might be more grenade in the safe room. So they decided to go from outside. They pull up the safety window, and under all the chaos under the bed, they saw part of a body, and very carefully they pulled a body, and another unit came, took the grenade apart, because she was booby-trapped, almost with 50 grenades. Yeah, none of them exploded, and the one that I designated was attached to the other grenade, so imagine what could happen. I became home safe, and the kids became home safe. But Vital told me when they walk all the way to Rafah, and they release her, so she started to walk back to the kibbutz, but she was sure that another terrorist will kill her. And every time she see a terrorist coming from the kibbutz, she lie down on the ground, cover her head, and told Negev to lie down beside her. And every time that they go by, she get up and walk. But in one point, Negev doesn't want to walk. He's been shot in his foot. He cannot walk anymore. He say, I'm tired and I'm starving. I want to eat something. So she hang up into this request, and she asked him, what do you want to eat? And she said, I would like to have an apple. And she told him, if you get up now and walk home, because we are safe now, I will get you 2 apples. And when they got back to the kibbutz and they met the people of the kibbutz with New Negev, they part of them are a member of the kibbutz, he told them, she promised me 2 apples, I want them now. And he went and got him 2 apples, green and a red one, and he ate them because he was starving, I guess. And the next day, they released them they took them to another kibbutz, and they brought Anani very late. The next day, they brought him to Jerusalem to operate his foot and to give Eshel oxygen because he was full of smoke in his lung. And they, okay, and I'm safe, and I'm here to tell you the story, what happened to.
Writers of the history, stand with me. Look into my eyes and see. People go away but never say goodbye. Someone stole the moon tonight, took my light. Everything is black and white. Who's the fool who told you boys don't cry? Hours and hours and flowers. Life is no game for the cowards. While the time goes wild, every day I'm losing my mind, holding on in this mysterious ride, dancing in the storm. We got nothing to hide. Take me home and leave the world behind. Baby, promise me that never again. I'm still wet from this October rain. October rain. Living in a fantasy, ecstasy, everything is meant to be. We shall pass but love will never die. Hours and hours and flowers. Life is no game for the cowards. Why the time goes wild, my mind, holding on, and this mysterious ride, dancing in the storm. We got nothing to hide. Take me home and leave the world behind. Baby, promise me that never again. I'm still wet from this October rain. October rain. October rain. Baby, promise me that never again. I'm still wet from this October rain. October rain. לא נשאר אפילו לנשום, אין מקום, אין אותי מיום ליום, כולם ילדים טובים.
בקרוב תזרח השמש, נדע ימים יפים מאלה, הלב נלחם בדאגות. כולם יחזרו הביתה, נחכה להם למטה, הלוואי נדע בשורות טובות. כי עם הנצח לעולם לא מפחד, אפילו כשקשה לראות. כולם ביחד, אף אחד פה לא בודד, שישרפו המלחמות. עם ישראל חי, אם לא נשכח